I've been studying this for a couple of decades now while I've been doing it and teaching it both. And literally millions and millions of families have tried these ideas. So I'm starting to see trends because the numbers are so big now. I'm seeing things that are in common characteristics across these groups of people. And one of the things I kept hearing on the radio show, and when I would meet people in person, they had this thing in their voice. The ones that were going to make it, the ones that weren't going to be a goat, the ones that were going past the bare spot, that were going over the top, that were going to make it, they were going to get out of debt. They had this thing. It's like an attitude. It's like, all right, what do I got to do? This is it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. And then I'd have other ones that would call in and go, whoa, dude, this is kind of like entertaining, sort of, kind of. How would you maybe do this, sort of, kind of? What's your strategy? And I'm going, you're not going to make it. Well, why, man? You got to, I don't know, you got to go get mad or something. These other people got something going on that you know, we got to hit you or something to get you a little upset. You know what I'm saying? You got to get fired up about this somehow. If you're in debt, deliver yourself like the gazelle from the hand of the hunter, the bird from the hand of the fowler. This is how you get out of debt. And the truth is, that night I was scanning the channels. I was channel flipping, and I hit the Discovery Channel. And on the Discovery Channel were the gazelles. They were out there gazelling around. And I thought to myself, and I'm watching there a minute, and you know if it's the Discovery Channel that the gazelles aren't there by themselves. I mean, you know somebody else is around, right? I mean, Mr. Cheetah is there looking for lunch. And the gazelles, you know, they have a little cheetah detector right behind their ear, and they see the cheetah, they go, uh-oh, cheetah! Run! And I'm thinking, whoa, this is how you get out of debt. It's like life or death. You got to bust it, man. You got to run like you're on fire. The way you get out of debt is you go, 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 go. You're getting ready to be a gazelle burger. This is how you get out of debt. And you know, I'm watching this thing unfold, and I'm thinking, man, this guy's fast. And the Discovery Channel came on, and they said, you know, the cheetah is the fastest mammal on dry land. This bad boy can go from 0 to 47 miles an hour in 4 leaps. The fastest animal on dirt, and he's trying to eat the gazelle. This is how you get out of debt. You run! And look what he did. He picked out the little one. He got him a college student. Hey. Hey, come here. Come here. You need a hat. Don't you need a collar? Don't you need a pizza? Come here. I got a t-shirt for you. Come here. Come here. Come here. I got something you need. Here's how you get out of debt. You got to run. You got to go, 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 go. It's your only way out. Honey, you can wander into debt, but you can't wander out. You got to bust it. You got to get it in gear. You go into the football stadium and you're going crazy for your football team. Hey, here's an idea. Put that kind of passion and enthusiasm into your family, into your destiny, into where you're supposed to be financially. Go get rid of some stuff. Get your life back. So you want the technique to get out of debt? Here's the technique. It's called gazelle intensity. You got to go for it. You got to get wired up and fired up. You got to kick it in gear like never before. This is how you get out of debt. I don't care if you've got a master's degree in psychology. You got to kick it, baby. That's how it's done. I don't care if you don't have a degree in anything. You got to kick it, baby. That's how it's done. There are no other options. You can wander into debt in our culture. They will help you. They will draw you in. They will lure you in. They will tackle you. They will tie you. But you got to get out, you got to be focused, busting it, kicking it. And if your broke friends are making fun of you, you're right on track. You know how long we had to look for a video clip where the gazelle got away? Oh my goodness. And see, what ends up happening here is when you start pulling these things apart, when you make the decision to bust into this subject, it turns the whole thing around, and eventually you will get to chase the cheetah. So how do we do that? How do we get out of debt? What are the steps out of debt? Well, with gazelle intensity as the overlay on all of these steps, here are our steps out of debt. You have to do these. They are very good. Number one, quit borrowing more money. You can't get out of a hole while digging out the bottom. Quit borrowing more money. You have to get these stinking credit cards out and have a basic plastectomy right here. That's the deal. It's time for a plastic surgery. These things are not a blessing. Here's the limited. Now it is limited. Think about it. Sears, they make more money on the issuing of credit and the interest off of credit cards than they do on the sale of merchandise. I'm not mad at Sears. I buy their tools all the time at the flea market. I'm not living this way anymore. I'm done. Citibank will see you. American Express, I'm done with you. Discover that. Think about it. Here's the little miniature keychain Visa. See ya. You know, and here's the General Motors card, the GM card. Now this one's great. You get a 1 to 3% rebate, okay? So if you spend $100,000 on this, you'll get $3,000 off a car that'll lose $6,000 the first week you own it. Let's put two stupid things together, okay? See ya. I'm not playing. I'm not playing with this stuff anymore. And here's, this is hard to cut. This is Victoria's Secret. They take cash. You think that one's hard to cut? Try these two. How about Lowe's or Home Depot? Oh. I did it. I cut them up. They're done. Lady on the first row just passed out, but I cut them up. I'm not living this way anymore. This is not a game for me. I'm not going to play anymore with these snakes. They bite. That's it. It's not good for me and my family. It doesn't put me in a position I can give like I want to give and do the things that God put me on this planet to do when I don't have any money. So the first step is to quit borrowing more money. As soon as you do that, there will be a problem though, won't there? I mean, you cut up your credit cards, you go out there right now in the driveway, your tire will be flat. You'll be back in here going, where's the crazy glue? So much for your theory, boy. And that's why we do baby step 1 first. Baby step 1 is $1,000 in the bank. So one of the steps to getting out of debt is save some money. So if the alternator goes out in the car, you fix the car. You don't fall off the wagon and quit. You have that little baby emergency fund before you start getting out of debt. That's the trick. Next one is sell something. Sell so much stuff the kids think they're next. Bust it. Name the dog eBay. Everything that is not tied down with the possible exception of your house may need a good selling. Look at it and go, you know, do I want that more than I want to be out of debt? Let's book. Let's kick this thing. You can always get you some more stuff later when you got some money. Sell something. A part-time job or some overtime. My grandmother used to say there's a great place to go when you're broke. To work. I have these people call me up. I think I'm bankrupt. I don't think I'm going to make it. Really? How much money you owe? $6,000. How many hours a week you working? 20. I think we can solve your problem, son. I don't think you're bankrupt. I think you need to throw some pizzas and deliver some papers. Or throw some papers and deliver some pizzas. Let's do something here. Lift a box, clean a toilet. I don't know what it is. I've done all of it, and I'm not ashamed to do any of it. Some of it I'd rather do than others. There's no question about it. But whatever it takes, get up, leave the cave, kill something, and drag it home. This is a great way to get out of debt. Make some extra money for a short period of time. Am I asking you to work like a workaholic the rest of your life? Absolutely not. You know when I work today? When I want to. Because see, if you work like no one else, later you get to work like no one else. Oh, I'm seeing a pattern here. Baby step 2, we skipped when we were in the super savings lesson, and now we're going to cover it, so we'll have 1, 2, and 3 under our belt after this lesson. So the last baby step is baby step 2, the debt snowball. Say debt snowball. Debt snowball. The debt snowball is a form in your workbook, in your form section. Make plenty of copies, work it. You can go online and get a dynamic version of the debt snowball where it'll do it for you. The debt snowball is simply where you list your debts, smallest to largest, pay off balance, regardless of the interest rate. Well, Dave, wouldn't it be mathematically correct to list the highest interest rate and pay it off first? Yes, it would. But if we were doing math, we would not have credit card debt. This is about behavior modification. And so I want you to knock off that little debt so you get a quick yes, a quick return. That gazelle needs a quick meal when it starts running. Stop and get you a quick meal. One down, then you get another one down, and another one down. And every time you knock out one more, you get this sense of power, this sense that there's a destiny to this thing. You get those attaboys. That emotional roller coaster isn't a roller coaster anymore. It's heading downhill like a freight train. You're starting to win. You're starting to chug. You're starting to kick it. I had one lady there was a big mom in one of the FPU classes. She came in there. She took her debt snowball down to one of the copy stores, had it blown up and laminated, put it on her refrigerator, big red thing. And every time she'd draw a line through that, and she'd knock those debts out, and it was in the refrigerator, all in the kitchen, and where all the kids were. She'd walk in there every so often. The kids said she'd walk by the refrigerator and say, "You're going down." The kids are like, "Mom is losing it." See, it's motivating, isn't it? I'm getting traction here. There's a place to go with this. You knock off your smallest debt. When it's gone, you knock off the next one down. And every time you pay off one, you attack with every dollar you can squeeze out of the budget the next debt down. We're not doing 401ks at this point. We're not doing Roth IRAs at this point. If you are, stop it at this point. You're not saving for emergencies at this point. You've done baby step one. Baby step one is? Now we're totally going to focus on that smallest debt until it's gone. When it's gone, we take the money we used to pay there and everything else we can squeeze out of that budget, and we attack the next one down. And that one's gone, we take the money there and everything else we can squeeze out of that budget, and we attack the next one down. So what we do is we take, in this example, JCPenney's is $150, the smallest debt. The payment's $15 a month. We're not going to worry about this one. We just pay it off out of the garage sale, right? Have a big garage sale, sell some stuff. Boom, that small debt's gone. Now we take that $15 that we used to pay and we add it to the $10 payment on Sears. And so now at least we're paying $25 on Sears. But really, if you're gazelle intense, you're going to be paying a lot more than that, aren't you? Say yes. Yes. Okay. But at least what you used to pay out in debts, you keep paying. And so the next one is Visa. There's a $500 balance on it. When Sears is paid off, we take that $25 from JCPenney's and Sears. We put that on the $75. Now we're paying at least $100 on Visa. But if we're gazelle intense, we're going to be paying more than that, aren't we? Say yes. Yes. Okay, and then we're going to do MasterCard. Now we're paying $100 on that Visa, but when we pay it off, we're going to take that and add it to the $90 that we're paying on the $1,500 MasterCard. Now we're paying $190 on that MasterCard. Are you starting to see that now we're paying almost $200 a month on $1,500? Where I come from, that's like 6 or 7, 8 months there. That sucker's done, right? And so we're starting to get traction here. The snowball's rolling over. It's picking up more snow. You keep going all the way down, you're looking at a $4,000 car now with a $210 payment. But now we're able to pay $400 on it because we take that $190 that we used to pay on everything else, plus everything else we can squeeze out of the budget and put it on the $210. So now $400 is going on this $4,000. Where I come from, $400 into $4,000, not counting the interest, 10 months, I'm done with that puppy. All of a sudden, this thing rolls. And 18 to 24 months is the average to be debt-free. That means some people sitting in here right now can go home and just write some checks and be debt-free but their house. That would be baby step 2. Some people in here have a bunch of student loan and it may take them 3 years. The average is 18 to 24 months. Of the people that work the plan together as a spouse, spouses in unity, hook arms, yellow brick road, together, we're off to see the wizard, okay? There's a unity relationship lesson, okay? Nerds and free spirits unite, and they do it with gazelle intensity. So we're not really skipping like, you know, like we are at Oz. We're really booking it because the cheetah's coming, okay? And there's focus, there's intensity, there's a budget. We're committed to this thing. We're not going to live this way anymore. We've had that moment where we say, I've had it. Life is too short to be normal. When you have that moment, you'll change your life. It's absolutely incredible what happens as this stuff starts to unfold for you. The other thing is, the baby steps are the whole process. That's baby step 1, 2, 3. Now, we're going to move on to baby step 4 in some of these other things. In some of these other lessons, that's going to be retirement and college and paying off the house later. But you're getting the idea that if you can get your income freed up, you can win with money. You've got to get out of debt. The borrower is truly slave to the lender. You will know that the most when you don't have any payments. You'll feel something turn loose. Thanks for being here. Debt is marketed heavily to young people. This is not a game. Recently, one company spent over $100 million marketing credit cards to teenagers in 1 year.
The fastest growing age range for bankruptcies is people under 25. That's right, you. Credit cards are not your friends. Car payments do not have to be a way of life. The typical millionaire drives a used car. Leasing, I call it fleecing, is the most expensive way to operate a car. You don't need a credit card to rent a car, travel, or purchase things over the internet. A debit card will do all of that. If you want to stay out of debt, simply don't borrow money and live on less than you make. And of course, when you get ready to buy something, just save up and pay for it.